How much wood would chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? How much wood would woodchuck?
All right, guys, listen up. This is not any other ordinary show. This is an important landmark in the history of Decatur High School. This is the homecoming show, I mean, for crying out loud. This is everything. All right, guys, let's get to work.
Okay.
Happy homecoming, Decatur!
And welcome back to the deck.
We just came off a great year here at the deck, and this year will be an even better one.
Our awards should be rolling in any minute now.
To kick things off, we've got a story straight out of Grant Park.
According to the Atlanta Community Food Bank, 1 in every 4 Georgia children live in a food insecure household. Atlanta's own Urban Recipe is a food cooperative set on solving this issue.
Isis Amusa and Amelia Couture explored the organization that inspired over 70 other co-ops around the country.
The food cooperative Urban Recipe was started in 1991 at the Georgia Avenue Church in Grant Park. It supports about 350 food insecure families through 7 co-ops in the metro Atlanta area. Since April, Jeremy Lewis has been the executive director. His experience with Urban Recipe is a lot different than those of a food pantry.
The people that came together seemed to form more of a community than just addressing their food needs. While they addressed their food needs, they were also building relationships, and it seemed to be something real.
According to DoSomething.org, Georgia's food insecurity rate is higher than the national average by 2%.
So many families don't have the luxury of having enough food every single month, and Urban Recipe and the food co-op model really provides an answer to that.
Recently, members have been encouraged to participate by holding leadership positions.
And that's something that Spango Guabini, our food co-op director, has really been working on.
For 6 years, Spango Guabini has been a co-op director. She has also been a co-op member for 25 years.
The co-op has been a blessing in my life. It's a blessing to come back and be the one that is serving and be the one that is looking out for others.
Guabini and others are rewarded by their leadership positions.
So some people have never held office before. They've never been leaders of anything before. So they are now leaders, and if you are elected by your peers, then that makes you feel good.
The co-op is successful, but there's still room for growth.
If we could get healthy food, if we could get fresh food, if we could get a bigger space where we don't have to climb stairs because we have people that cannot climb stairs.
Though these challenges exist, they always find a way to provide for everyone.
And I don't know how that happens, but it happens a lot. Somehow, something happens where needs are met, and there's always enough.
For the deck, I'm Amelia Couture with Isis Amusa.
The first time I played, I dragged the bow across the string and it made an awful sound. and I said, I bet this could sound pretty one day. So my violin teacher, her main instrument was viola, and I listened to her play one lesson that I had, and I found that the viola had a much more beautiful sound and it was more appealing to me. So I switched to viola, which is actually very similar to a violin. The strings are tuned to a perfect fifth interval. I think the mandolin was after the viola. So a mandolin is basically a violin tuning and the same strings and fingerings, but it is played by picking and strumming. If you play violin or pretty much any other string instrument, you can probably pick this up and play it. So this is I'll Fly Away. It's more of a gospel song. A lot of times I'm just walking around the hall and I'm thinking about music all the time pretty much. So to actually get something in my hands and make it is really good for me.